Hey everyone, it's FLAK. Quick video today. A few days ago, we got an update from EA executives on the future of Battlefield during the Q3 fiscal earnings call. We heard a lot of positive information. The company is looking forward to revealing the next Battlefield game in spring ahead of a holiday 2021 launch. EA confirmed the game marks a return to all-out military warfare, takes full advantage of next-gen hardware, and features battles with more players than ever before. EA also said developers are way ahead of where they were in previous product cycles, on track for their earliest feature complete in franchise history. That's actually a lot of information for a fiscal earnings call, but what struck me was what was missing. I went back and I looked at all of the prepared remarks for quarterly fiscal reports, and I was surprised at what I found. So, for the report ahead of Battlefield 5's announcement in 2018, EA touted innovation at every level, incredible stories at the core, astonishing visuals, and gameplay that will captivate every Battlefield fan. Whether or not they did that isn't the point of the video here. For Hardline, that was described as a fresh combination of speed, story, and strategy. The publisher was pretty quiet until the reveal of Battlefield 1, after which they praised it as the most innovative Battlefield game ever, with a deep story and unprecedented variety in gameplay. Now, EA, like many companies, loves to toot its own horn for the shareholders. That's typical corporate stuff. Previous earnings calls really talked up the future of competitive Battlefield, which has, of course, failed to materialize. The point here is that it's not like them to miss an opportunity to tease something. With all the detail given about multiplayer in the next Battlefield game, and I was honestly surprised we got as much as we did, I was even more so not to hear anything about single player. There wasn't even a canned, "Hey, we've got a compelling story" kind of comment, which traditionally we have seen in the past. So, does this mean anything? Like I said, it isn't really like EA to miss an opportunity to promote something. If you intend to release a game with a single-player component, I see no reason not to mention it. You're not really giving anything away there, unless there is a concern that that content might be cut. But if the next Battlefield game is actually ahead in production milestones, that seems unlikely at this point. On the flip side of that, perhaps progress is as far along as it is because the single-player component isn't present. We don't know. But the comments in earnings reports are prepared statements, so it's not something that would have just slipped their mind to mention. Interestingly, this view actually lends some credence to the purported leaks from alleged insider Tom Henderson, who has yet to provide any details on a potential storyline. There's also the possibility that EA might just be laying low, eager to avoid bringing up some of the controversy associated with single-player experiences in Battlefield 5. However, this call was primarily for investors who really lack an intimate familiarity with the products. Now, if you're wondering why I put this video together, you might say, oh, it's just another video. It doesn't really tell us a whole lot of anything. It's true, but I felt like it was worth talking about to some extent. Campaigns are a hot topic in the Battlefield community. There's no secret that part of the Battlefield fanbase is largely apathetic about single-player campaigns, and they also believe that they suck resources away from the multiplayer experience. I don't necessarily believe that, but it is important to say here, the franchise didn't begin with a campaign component, though it has been a large part of releases for well over a decade. Campaigns also have some redeeming qualities, like playability when online services are down, or in the case of Modern Warfare, something to do when the cheaters are just too much. They're also great for selling a story and setting, and they always make for good cinematic trailer content. On a personal level, they deepen my enjoyment of the game by providing context to the game's multiplayer, and they also add value to a sometimes pretty hefty price tag. Either way, this is speculation here, but I just find it odd that we haven't heard nary a peep about campaign content in the upcoming Battlefield. So I'll be keeping an eye out for any campaign details in the future. But one other thing I wanted to mention for this video, it does appear like DICE LA is involved with the development of a future Battlefield title in some way. That news comes to us via Twitter, where Senior Design Director at DICE LA, Justin Wiebe, recently tweeted that he's working on Battlefield. He did not specify if this was Battlefield 6 or some other kind of Battlefield title, but that news is a little bit surprising. DICE LA is under the stewardship of Respawn founder Vince Zampella and was supposed to be doing its own thing, but evidently now they've been kind of looped into the Battlefield pipeline somehow. Hopefully that's with Battlefield 6, and they're working to give us a really polished game at launch, because Battlefield 6, whatever the next Battlefield game is going to be called, it cannot afford to have the same kind of launch that they had with Battlefield 5, and certainly not with Battlefield 4. Make sure to tell me your thoughts on all this in the video comments. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, leave a dislike. If you want to stay up to date on all the upcoming Battlefield news, hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you get notifications on your phone, mobile device. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm really active on there. A lot of things that might have to do with leaks. I'll post on Twitter if they don't make it into a video. Also just retweeting things from developers, other people in the community that we want to support, right? So you can find links to all my social media down below in the video description. And as always, thanks for watching.